Boom, we are live. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. What's up, Facebook? Happy Friday. And I know we're going to have people hopping on. Friday, people getting off from work, and you guys are in for a treat. If you guys don't know who I am, you should, because you're on my page. My name is Ryan DePaul, and I actually am here. I put out there yesterday that I'm going to be giving you guys a treat and actually allow you guys to get the inside tips and the almost, I would say, blueprints from a mastermind online marketer, six-figure earner, and just the importance of how to brand and build your brand and your engagement online, because it's a very powerful tool, and a lot of people want to use it, but a lot of people are doing it the wrong way, and some people are just so afraid to even try it because they think that it's overwhelming or even too expensive to do. So we're going to touch on it, and I got a amazing person on here. He's actually been doing online marketing for 5 to 7 years now. Very successful, extremely successful. He's actually a mentor of mine. Before I made the leap to work from home and do this full time, I actually reached out to him for counsel, and he said, "Hey, you are doing it. As long as you feel that you can do it 100%, go for it." And he's guided me along the way and gave me a lot of help and support and value. And he doesn't do it for me. He actually shows me how to do it and gave me the blueprint. So and that's what we do. So with that, we're going to kind of hop into this one and try to help you guys out the same way. My whole thing is to pave the path for success for you guys, just like this man has done for me and helped me out. Nonetheless, let me introduce Mr. Caujuan Mayo, six-figure earner, online entrepreneur. Sir, thank you so much for get those. Thank you so much for doing this live, and helping everybody on here who's I'm going to tune in on this. I know it's very valuable for him, because I know that you brought a lot of value to your team, our team, the Royaltie Elites, and just the Elites in general. I mean, everything you touch, I know I joke around and say how you was the Midas touch Mayo, because everything you touch pretty much turns to gold, brother. So yeah, so I just want to let the people know a little bit about you. Why did I reach out to you and to talk to them about this, and like why do you have so much of a following?
Well, I have so much of a following because I built it and I stay consistent, but more so, honestly, is because I just stay genuine to people. When I built my following, I said, when I was coming up, I was following a lot of other people I looked up to in the game, and some of the people just wasn't likable people. Some of those people, didn't have the best personality. They didn't really care about their team. Like I was saying, I was going to care about mine when I jumped in the game, and that was the main thing. I said, you know what, I'm gonna make it about people first. I'll make it about myself second, but I'm making it about people first. I'll put people first, and I make sure they're successful. Then people won't mind me being successful, and they'll break their neck to make sure I'm successful. Because it'll be each one teaching one, and we're all pulling each other up instead of having that crab in the bucket mentality that most people have and most businesses have. So that was the number one thing that I set forth when I started the Royaltie Elite. I wanted to make sure that it was really something that was going to help people and take them out of their current situation financially and build them up and have them have the best potential to actually be successful.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So I like how you said the you want to do something different because you came from the atmosphere of the crabs in a bucket. That's a horrible atmosphere to have. I mean, a lot of people have that. It's like trying to keep everything to themselves and not share it. And the funny thing is that something I learned from you is that everyone can eat. There's enough money out there. Everyone can eat, and that's what's great about that, is that you share that, you build that value, and you actually give that what people need to be successful. You don't just hoard everything yourself. You are a real true leader. So with that, I want to ask you a question. So I've been in the game for, I would say, 2 years now. 1 year solid, full time, but in the game, like dabbled in it for 2 years. And when I say the game, I'm talking about online marketing, entrepreneurship, working from home, building a business. And something that I couldn't comprehend before until I actually got with you and understood. Even when I worked at Home Depot, they always talk about building a brand. And I never understood the importance and what that meant until I actually got with you and got with your blueprint and just like followed you and watched you and listened. And building your brand, how important is that, and how important is a brand?
It's extremely important. I feel it's probably more important than the product you're selling itself, because products come and go, businesses come and go, but your brand can live on forever. It's not a kid alive that don't know what the golden arches is, and when you pass it, that's not going to comment on it. McDonald's, burger, whatever they think is shake, but they're going to know where they're at when they see those golden arches. And we're talking about from a young age, from 5 and up, and maybe even younger, and that's all from branding. That's 100% from branding. The companies that we're in and the things that influence us on a day-to-day basis come from branding. Nike, it's the swoosh. If a lot of these things didn't have the brand that they have, you would call you when you wear or eat or go to some of these places, you would say it's off brand, and it might be the same exact thing, but it's the branding behind it that you bought into, not so much the clothing itself or the food itself, So learning that early, and then I came from a design background. I went to school for design, and it let me know that branding is important, and it let me see right away that, if I start branding myself instead of the company, because when you use branding companies, you see a lot of people do it. Like they'll start a company, it might be like even for royalty, let's say it might be extremeroyalty.com or myroyaltybusiness.com. Well, that's fine, but if royalty would ever go down, all those URLs are now irrelevant. You have to start over, and you have to point them in different places or just scrap them all together. Whereas if you have a brand like mine's, Get Money Like a Boss.com, well, guess what? That can be pointed anywhere. It could be pointed at Royalty. It could be pointed at AdBoost. It could be pointed at Caujuan's business. It could be pointed at DePaul's business. It could be pointed anywhere I want. And guess what? If I have 300 videos up on YouTube, I don't have to go to YouTube and change 300 videos now. I can go to YouTube and just say, oh, well, guess what? This is going to a different business now. So Get Money Like a Boss in itself gets pointed one time to a new URL, and we're back in business. So that's the importance of branding yourself. Plus, they say people got to see stuff at least 6-7 times before they even make a move. Well, guess what? They keep seeing your branding every time you look at something. Then eventually, psychologically, when you try and sell them something, and your branding is stuck on it, then right away they say, "Hey, you've not seen this before." Even though technically they might not have. It might be something brand new, but your branding on it makes it rememberable. It makes it something that they, like, oh, okay, I want to take a look because I see that everywhere.
Hey, that's key. You're absolutely right. Branding. So thank you for sharing that and actually letting people know, because for the longest time people would tell me that, hey, it's what people know you for. And I was like, that still doesn't make sense. I'm a nice guy. But being a nice guy doesn't do anything. But so the fact that you mentioned Nike and other companies like that is powerful, because Nike, their brand is swish and just do it, but that's their catchphrase is just do it. But their brand is the swish. So when you see that swish, anything that's relevant to that, you think of Nike. So that's powerful, that because the brand of that. Even like with for instance, Rolls Royce. You don't see them advertising, but they have a brand that's built so solid that you know what that is, no matter what. You can't go around the world and not say, "Oh yeah, I know what that company is," but you get to see a commercial for Rolls Royce.
And imagine you get to that point one day where you can pretty much sell stuff just based off of your branding alone. Like someone sees your branding and automatically, oh yeah, I'm buying that right now. It'll push you that much further. Even people that you even look up to. Think of like if a Ty Lopez or something like that had a logo, it would resonate with you a lot faster than just his name. You seeing his logo will resonate quicker if it's on a shelf, if it's online, if it flashes across your screen. So branding yourself is always going to push you that much further ahead than everyone else. Plus, at the end of the day, you're trying to stand out from the crowd, and everyone else is doing the same thing that you're doing. So what makes you different than everybody else? What sets you apart from everybody else? What puts you here when everyone else is right here? And it's little things like that you're branding and doing things that other people aren't willing to do that's going to do it. Plus, another reason why, and this is a gold nugget here, is the fact that everything with your branding on it, as long as you have an LLC or some type of corporation, can be used to write off. Everything, even my jewelry, everything.
Yes.
Everything. When I want to put that on there, that becomes a write-off. Because this is advertising. I'm advertising right now. So, of course, I can't write it all off, but I can write a lot of it off, And same thing on my clothes. If I buy, a whole bunch of shirts and get them all printed up with my logos on them, a large percentage of that is getting written off. Same thing with my car. Let's be honest. If I got big old logos and stuff on my car, it's no different. I went and got a band and wrapped it with all my stuff. What's the difference? The difference is I just chose to use a 550 Mercedes. You see what I'm saying? So think about that too. When it comes to your branding, that that you can use it and be able to make it used to make money for you as far as when the taxes start coming around.
Okay, excellent. I mean, that's a real nice nugget for people right there, man. That's powerful, just for the fact that a lot of people don't know that. People think that that just because if you buy something or you have a business, it's just to make money, but there's so many ways you can actually keep that money, make money, and get that money back. So that's awesome. I mean, because it is very powerful, and there's so many ways on how to actually keep track of that and maximize your deductions and with your branding and everything that you do. So we're not going to touch on that right now, but if you guys are just tuning in, this is Caujuan Mayo, six-figure earner, entrepreneur, online marketer, and we're talking, picking his brain and talking about online marketing, online business, branding, and marketing tips from a six-figure earner marketer. I would say that, dare to say that he's a master online strategist when it comes to marketing. He's very strategic and does things specifically to increase that. Next thing we're going to talk about is engagement. So we talk about branding, and we're trying to give you guys some information out there so you guys can understand and get more of an understanding and how to take your business to the next level. Hopefully this will help you guys, and you will go with it. Touch on something too. You actually do training on this, right? And help people with training and all this stuff on branding and engagement and how to build a business from scratch.
Absolutely. We have the Elite University, which is literally like a university, an online academy, where we have over 250 hours currently inside the university, and we add to it every Monday like clockwork. We do training at 5:30 Pacific time, and basically it's just me teaching everything that I know about marketing, everything that I've learned throughout the years, that made me become successful and be able to maintain these six figures. And I teach it to the team, and it's a phenomenal thing. We learn things like how to post in Facebook ads and Facebook groups and have them ask you about your business instead of the other way around, like the amateurs do. We teach you how to rank on the front page of YouTube, even if it's your first time. For the first time, you can start a brand new account, and you could be on the front page for any business that you're in or any major announcement that you're trying to make, and you're on the front page, which is a very, very powerful thing because it's got 95. I got 95% of my sales. For those that don't know, so we teach these things. We don't hold back. We don't take all the nuggets for ourselves and then give you stuff that we don't use and give you fake news like, oh, go buy solo ads and make sure you tap into your why, talk to your warm market. We don't tell you all that stuff. Why would I tell you to do something I'm not doing myself? I'm not bugging friends and family to get sales. I'm not in people's inboxes, bothering them and spamming them. I don't send out a bunch of spam mail and a bunch of spam texts. So if I'm not doing that, why would I teach you to do that? So what I do is I teach you to do exactly what I'm doing. And what I do is get money.
Hey, plain and simple. Yes, you do get money. I'm not going to how much money you get, but you get a lot of money. I'll leave it at that. And it's not all about money. It's actually, you get money when you help those get money too. Honestly, what it is. It's helping people get a better quality of life. Yes, money buys happiness. I know people say, money doesn't buy happiness. Money does buy happiness. If you want to say, oh, whatever, go into the whole deepness of it, it gives you a lot of options. Let's say that. So, but Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's great. The training that you give is so valuable. It's how I got to where I was, and so many others have gotten to where they are at this point in their lives too. We have tons of people who benefit from your training and the training that we do, because it's a community. It's gone from just a mentorship to more to a community now, that I guess that's 2,000 deep right now, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's just not it's the phrase you say, each one teach one.
That's right. No one left behind. You know, we had to bring each other up. You know, it's lonely at the top. I don't want to be up here by myself. So when I'm up here making these big numbers, I'm like, I want to see someone else making it with me, you know, because that's going to inspire others. Because I know I got inspired from someone. So someone's being inspired by me. And then when that person that's inspired by me make it, then they're going to inspire others. And it's going to be a chain reaction versus just one person at the top and everyone at the bottom scrambling and struggling. That's no fun. And it's no fun when it's time to do things. It's no fun when you're trying to, hey, you're going to meet me in Paris for the royalty event. Oh, I can't make it, you know, because I can't afford that. You want to be able to say, yeah, we all going. You know, we all got good incomes coming in. It's no problem. You know, we being big. Matter of fact, not only we going, but we're going to fly first class. You know, the only way too far. Like, that's what life's about. And that's the difference. And like we said, money don't buy happiness, but it shows a lot happier to go like this.
Right.
For 14 hours.
Exactly. You never seen I've never seen a rich person or a wealthy person. I say wealthy because I've seen some rich people who just don't know what they're doing with their money. But I've never seen a wealthy person unhappy. So plain and simple. But like I said, it's not about money. So if you guys are just tuning in, once again, this is Caujuan Mayo, 6-figure earner, online entrepreneur, master at his trade. He's given some tips, branding and marketing tips from a 6-figure online marketer. Because I know sometimes people think it's very scary out there just to throw yourself out there. You don't know what's working and what's going to stick. But here you go. This is your chance to actually pick his brain. If you have questions, please feel free to comment, and we will actually address those questions if it's a really good question. Because I'm pretty sure questions that you may be having, who you guys are watching, other people are having them. So please, this is the time that you do it. We do. He does a training every week, as long as time allows it, and no issues happening, like a flight missing or anything like that. But we won't talk about that. No, but he does do a training weekly. We actually chime in every Monday. And help people with issues or ways to make money on how to be successful in any business too, not just the business that we actually met in. And I'm gonna talk about that one too. How we actually met is a funny, interesting. Well, I would say interesting story. It's a cool story because 2 years ago, I was looking for a way to promote and advertise, and then a company came out. I was doing another little businesses, and a company came out by the name of Royaltie. I stumbled across them, and this is how good. I'm gonna tell you, this is a great lesson on how important branding is, and the stuff that you teach us. I saw Royaltie the first time from a friend on a Facebook page. All my actual friends I did volunteer work with. I went on YouTube. I Googled Royaltie and looked it up. Didn't talk to him about anything. Looked it up. Came across your name on YouTube and videos. Signed up under you, not him. And I felt bad afterwards, like 6 months afterwards. I was like, hey, man. He's like, oh, I don't even do that anymore. So, okay, cool, whatever. But I'm glad I did. I found you. So that's how important branding is, and what you teach people with the whole YouTube and everything. You teach me. I took advantage of that. And it's been very successful with me. And I mean, this past month alone, my subscribers have just jumped. And I thought it was like fake subscribers, but those is legitimate subscribers. I'm like, people are actually engaging with my my YouTube videos and stuff like that. So that's another tool that you teach and the elites. But we met, and I met you by calling you up, and I was like actually scared and intimidated. Like, this person really will pick up. You picked up, and it's history. I mean, I was like, hey, here we go. Actually picking your brain and everything, and asking questions. And 2 years later, here we are. Royaltie is still kicking ass. I'm not gonna say it. I mean, it's constantly improving. I mean, there is no competition. I mean, to be able to do all what it can do. And I just wanted to touch on that one because you actually have helped brand it, the company as well. Not just yourself, but you built that company up, and along with other reps too. Not taking anything away from anyone else. Love Cheryl Coco, Justin, awesome. Great people, great mentors. Cheryl Coco was actually another mentor that I counseled too. I made the leap to work from home full time. So with that, is it possible, and maybe you can touch on this one, how does Royaltie brand? Because I know you teach us that too. How can it brand a person and not the company?
So the way you can use Royaltie to brand is to be able to use the platform as what is meant to be used as, which is a big tool. So like to have it make it a one-stop tool for a marketer and a business owner. So small business owners and entrepreneurs that want to get more eyeballs in their business. And we have many different tools to do that. The tools that are already out there in the field that's working as today, like landing page creators, right? People been using ClickFunnels, OSP, online, all these different TCP, all these different programs forever. So we know that they work because it's already been working in the field. Autoresponder, autoresponder is connected to your landing pages. We already know that works. Get Response, MailChimp, Aweber, because those has been around for years. So we know that works, right? Ads on over 1 million different platforms. We talk about Instagram, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, CNN, Forbes.com, just to name a few. Anything that's connected to the Google Ad Network, everything that you can imagine. Think about being on your favorite game apps. So we know that's already works because people take those things out every day. And then we can just go on and on and on because Royaltie is an evolving platform that just keeps on, giving. And the thing is that you can get your business out there, your brand out there by using the platform. And just in the ad portion of it alone, where you're able to drop a virtual pin anywhere on the map, and then be out there advertising your ad 500 miles in every direction. It's huge. I mean, that's a small country. So imagine that. You're advertising in a small country. So now you take out the excuse of, oh, you know what? I can't do this because of where I live. I can't, I live in a small town. This small town is not where you live at, one in Vegas, where you can maybe, reach a lot more people. I understand that. But now you can't say that because now you can be in Wisconsin and drop a pin on the Vegas Strip. You can be on the Vegas Strip and drop a pin in Hollywood. You can take advantage of the Super Bowl during the Super Bowl or game day on game 6 or 14. All these different places and these different things that normally you wouldn't be able to touch, the red carpet, the Grammys, all these different places, and now you can actually advertise it. So a huge situation.
That's a lot for a single platform, and that's amazing what they can do for us. And what's cool, I know that, yes, it's a company, but you use it to brand ourselves and our business. So and they don't put their image or logo like most businesses or companies do. They do that like, oh yeah, you have to have this on there. If you sell it to somebody, yes, but like to promote your own business, that's your stuff. It's your section. That's what's pretty cool about that. And with everything that it includes, it's like wow, how usually you would think something like with all that, the landing pages, the advertisement, the leads, and what else? The CRM content, like the Dropbox, and recently what the newest autoresponder.
Autoresponder. You got Facebook-like features where you can talk with your team in a messenger-like form setting, and then you get to actually push those signals, and they come across as push signals. And I just came up with a new idea. Well, I was speaking to somebody yesterday. I can't even take credit for it, but I was like, wow, I didn't even come up with this idea and make videos. But you can actually use this for people that's even in the trade niche. And that's in the Forex market where they be giving away signals. You can give away signals within that chat group because it gives away a push notification. So now people will actually get notified when a new trade comes up. Boom! Oh, I need to get this trade. Powerful. Very powerful. You can make a whole trade room in there. I never even thought to even think about it on that level. So new video coming.
Wow, that's powerful. That's super powerful. Wow. Yeah, I never wouldn't have thought about that one either. So that's cool. That's excellent. And yeah, Royaltie is still going. This is not about a royalty. This is actually to help people get the tips that they need and the success that they need to build their business. So I don't want people thinking, oh, well, he's promoting Royaltie. No, that's not what this is about right here. This is a legitimate live to pick a six-figure earner, a man that has helped pave the path and led the way, and it's helping other people do the same thing. So if you have questions, we're gonna go a little bit longer, because we want to respect his time and everyone else's time too. Feel free to throw a question in the comments, and we will pull that up and answer it for you. But online marketing. So, what's your biggest tip that you would give? The most important tip for online marketing?
Online marketing. What exactly we covered? Brand yourself. Worry about yourself before you worry about the company and what you're promoting. Because like I said, those products are going to come and go. You see it all the time. You know, something's hot right now, and then 6 months later, it's not so hot. You know, so knowing that that's already the nature of the beast, you don't really have to focus on just trying to be the best seller and the best recruiter. You might do great in one company and do terrible in another. So you can't let your progress within that company dictate who you are as a person and a marketer. But you can let your appearance dictate that. You can let the way that you come across dictate that. You can let the way people perceive you dictate that, because perception is reality at the end of the day. So you want to make sure that you're putting the best foot forward, and the best thing you could possibly do is just brand yourself. And then once you become a household name, you can sell anything. Okay, anything. That's the thing. That's what's so sweet about when you're branding yourself. You can sell anything once you become a household name. You're really only struggling when you're trying to get up to the point of people knowing who you are. You want to be able to step into an event and people actually know who you are. People come and talk to you. People want to talk pictures with you. People want to pick your brain. See, these are things that's attractive, because guess what? While people are doing that, other people are watching that. So other people are seeing that like, wow, who is this person? Wow, this is something I want to actually be like now, because this is the type of attention I want, you know, and it's a powerful thing. So definitely I would say the number one thing is to brand yourself. And the second thing is to find a mentor. Definitely. Yes. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be bumping your head against the wall and failing a lot, doing a lot of trial and error to figure it out, because we all had to do that. That's how we learned. You know, we made mistakes. We bought things that didn't work. You know, we kept the things that did. We threw away the things that didn't. So to save yourself that trouble, you get with a mentor that can tell you the things that's already going to work. Like, yeah, we know for a fact these things work right here, and I know for a fact these things over here don't. So stay away from these things and do more of these, you know? So that's why it's always better to have a mentor that's been there before you've been there, done that, and they can teach you like a proud father, you know, trying to teach their kids.
That's powerful. That's powerful. And yeah, no, I remember the first time I actually to mentor me. I'm not going to go in that conversation, but still, I mean, you do mentor, and you took me on as a pupil, Padawan, whatever you want to call it. But you do that for so many. That's in a mass settings, and that's what's cool about that. You do offer personal mentorship, but there, I mean, that will be beneficial. I'll let you deal with that one later. If somebody wants personal mentorship, look them up on Facebook.
Hard to find. Everybody knows the numbers everywhere. I like numbers everywhere.
So, but no, he's a great mentor. He does give the number out, right? His personal number is not like a Google number. I know anytime I call him and say, hey, Caujuan, I have a question about this. How should I run this play, or how should I do this? And if he's, unless he's on a phone call right there, but he'll text you, I'll call you right back. And then he will call you back. He'll follow up. So that's important. That's excellent leadership. And that's what people don't understand. People fake the funk when it comes to leadership. And that actually is a part of building your brand, because that's credibility. So if you don't do that and have that powerful leadership and follow up and be a person of your word, your brand's crap. Because that can mess up a lot of stuff. I mean, not saying let somebody walk over you and curse your name and just like take advantage of you, but Caujuan, he's there for a lot of people. So if that's one thing that I can say, many things I can say about you that's positive. But you are a man of your word. You make yourself available, and you are an amazing leader. So I do appreciate that. I know that everyone else who's in the elite and who comes on the trainings appreciate that too, for you making self accessible, because I mean, it's something that you don't have to do anymore. You can just you're good, but you still know that the powerful and you, like I said, it's lonely at the top, and to be to you don't want to be by yourself. So Jennifer says, always find a mentor. Absolutely, Jennifer, you're correct. And thank you for chiming in. For all you guys who are hopping on here, oh, I see a good question right here. So Ted actually said, come on, if you had to start over, what things would you do? Things to do differently.
All right, so if I could start over, the thing I would do differently, I would start my YouTube channel a lot earlier. I would have been doing this way back before all the algorithm changes and all the restrictions, and I would just got started a lot sooner. Also, I wanted to focus so much on the business more than myself, you know, building up my brand and building up who I am. I want to, because at first it was all about the business. So I would go strong. Like I would be like for instance, if I was like I'm going strong with the company I'm in now, like Royaltie, I'll be like Royaltie Ambassador. I'll be putting things like that as my title instead of now it's Caujuan Mayo, like it's me. No, this is who I am, not Royaltie Ambassador. It's Caujuan Mayo, independent sales rep for Royaltie. Big difference, you know. So I would do that definitely. I wouldn't do no faking it to make it. You know, a lot of people used to tell you that back in the days. Oh, fake it till you make it. So you just did a lot of smoke and mirrors, and act like you was more ahead than you really was when you really wasn't where you portraying to be. And at the end of the day, people just respect being genuine. So if you just be real with who you are, even where you at, people will still join you. You know, people will still join your business. You don't have to act like you're further than you are, and you got more money than you have, and you drive cars you really don't own, or live in houses that you really don't have. No one really cares about any of that stuff. They care about, hey, can I use what you have to make money for myself as well? Period. Because what you have on your plate don't make me none anyway. So it don't matter how juicy your steak is. You show a big old juicy steak, they can't eat it. It can't make them full. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, look good. And it's like, I'm glad Caujuan eating. But technically, some of them hating on you. Like, man, I'm hungry as shit. I'm not hungry right now, man. I don't care about that steak on your plate going. You know what I mean? So really, they don't really like to see you winning. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they care about if you can help them win. That's what they care about. So if you can show and proof, the rest is you're good. So I would have been a little bit more genuine, been real myself. And I would have definitely started my YouTube channel a lot sooner.
Okay, that was a good question. Thank you, Ted, for asking that question. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is very powerful. I know that Gary V, he started like that too, and just like branding himself, like doing like what I think it was like wine reviews, and that's how he got his stuff going up. And look at him now, just blowing it up. He doesn't really even own the product. He just it's him, it's brand.
That's what's cool about what we do. We don't have to own anything. We don't have to have a physical business or a store. We don't have to have a storefront. We don't have to have employees, payroll. We don't have to have all the restrictions that a typical business have. I was just looking at my girlfriend had forwarded over a college thing. Remember I posted it. It was like, if you're in these different levels, then this is what you should be making. Like if you make this certain amount of money, that's where you're at. And it was like a master's degree, a doctrine. Doctrine was the highest level. Like you got the doctrine, you at the highest level. And it was like 15,000, I believe, or like 12,000. If you make like 12,000 a month or more, then you like at a doctrine level. And I was like, wow, I make more than a person that had to go to school for 8 to 12 years. Think about that. 12, 15 years. And I make more than that person without having to do that. It's like we live in different times now. And that's the beauty of online marketing, is the fact that we able to live like that and make that type of money and in such a short amount of time. I didn't have to imagine what we'll be at in 12 years with any company I would promote right now. If these companies are still around 12 years later, imagine the type of income. You're talking about a very realistic income of over $100,000 a month. Like you're getting 6 figures a month, every single month getting that. Can you imagine that? You're a millionaire. Yeah. And you ain't have to go to school and give up half your life to do it. So it's a very powerful thing. Imagine teaching your kids this at an early age, teaching them that's a new way, because it is a new way. And man, that's so yeah, these are some of the things I would do differently. Like even that, teaching my kids way early. I told them to go to college, and there's nothing wrong with that, but still I told them that way, the old school way, And I would have told them this way. I was like, man, start your YouTube channel while you in high school and everything's questionable and everybody likes to follow you. You know what I mean? And you can use that to your advantage and make it go viral. And the next thing you know, you can monetize that. Now by the time you graduate out 4 years later, your YouTube channel got over 100,000 followers and you're banking.
Man, if you're right about that, because if I knew what I knew now, then I do now, been totally different. I mean, I just had that conversation with my son nonstop. I was like, I'm not knocking school. I mean, school has everything has a place, and education is key. Plain and simple. A lot of stuff you can learn now online, but I mean, like you said, people like who go to school for 5, 6, 7 years, bachelors and masters and doctorants. Yeah, a doctor is cool. You make money, but you went and spent all that money for to get in debt, and now you got to pay all that off. So they're getting it back because you can't write that the loans off.
Nope. And you still working your way up the ranks because for one, you ain't the only one that graduated. You and a whole class full of smart doctors graduated. So now, how many hospitals in your same area? So it's like we all can't be the heart surgeon in that hospital, So now it's like, all right, we're fighting for the best for the position now. Only some of us is going to get it. It's a lot of different factors that come with that. And with this is like when you brand yourself, it's all about you. You can't only be one Caujuan Mayo. Everyone's going to join me for me. They'll join Ryan and DePaul for Ryan. Who Ryan DePaul is. They'll join Michael Pennington for who Michael Pennington is. They'll join a Joe for who Joe is. And that's the difference when it comes to this. It's not no cookie cutter one top all like, oh, you guys all know how to cure the common cold, then you guys are all eligible for the position. So how do we pick right now? And it's not like that. Also, even when these people do come out of those positions, you still got to work your way up. The average lawyer, regular, ain't starting at a Johnny Cochran level. You ain't just coming out and a firm. You got to work juvenile hall and then work your way up to that.
Yeah, what they call ambulance chasers and stuff like that.
You don't just become a judge. You got to be a lawyer and a prosecutor and all this other stuff. Then you become the judge. Yeah. So all them different things, even those high prestige positions, they take years to get to them. Years. But it's also why you should ask yourself, well, then, if it takes years to get to those, you always got to wonder about the mindset of an entrepreneur that think that they're supposed to be successful overnight. It takes years for all that other stuff. And these are the most prominent positions in the world that most people want to be. And it takes years to be the top of your game. But then you think it's supposed to take days and weeks and months for you to be at the top of your online marketing game. And I'm glad we came full circle with that because that's real. If people can just come to a place where they realize it might take time. It took me 2 years. It took me 2 years to really get a hang of this. But guess what? In that 2 years, never gave up. I stayed consistent every single day. Me and my friend was just having a laugh about an old video. And I said, look at this. It was 3 years old. And it was hilarious. Like so bad, I'm not even going to share it. But it just goes to show how far I came. It showed that at the time I didn't care. I didn't care about my insecurities. You could see it in my face and all that, but I just pushed through it. It wasn't professional at all. No lighting like this. Everything was dark, and I was doing a lot of hand movements, and it was just a lot. You could tell that I was my speech wasn't as good. I wasn't as confident. I wasn't able to articulate. But this stuff comes from practice. This stuff comes from over and over, repetitively doing the same things every day. And eventually become a pro, just like anything else in life. And that's why if you just see this through, this marketing, this online, this is how you become a six-figure earner. This is how you maintain it. Because one thing about making it is another thing about maintaining it.
You're absolutely right on that one. Because the thing that you said the first question I asked you said consistency, and that's key. I actually got it written up on my whiteboard over here. It says the only way you'll see results if you stay consistent. Because hey, I'm living proof of that one because I'll tell you right now, when I'm doing good, I'm like, yeah. And it's like I try to kick back a little bit, and then woo. I was like, whoa. So yeah, you guys stay consistent. You can't take your foot off the gas, and that consistency is key. But there's different ways you can do your consistency, and it's all about. It's called leverage. So that'll be another topic some other time we do another live for. But we can go a whole another hour on that one. But but no, seriously, very important. Jennifer had a good thing. She said, find your niche or however you pronounce it. But and I just 6 months ago I understood what that meant. And with that, for me, that meant figure out what you're good at. Find out what is you're good at. Like me, I'm good at supporting people and researching. and find like, and like when I find something, I'm like, bam, bam, bam. And you're the same way, but you take it to the next level. You go and create stuff and bring it to people. I'm getting there. Excuse me. I'm getting there, but at the same time, as for me, it's like people they'll relate to you on different ways. So certain people will relate to you. So find what your niche is, your niche, because that is part of your branding process.
And the niche don't just mean the industry. The niche means who you are as a person. So yes. A niche might be like, you might be into art and you just read into art so much that you tap into the art community. Then guess what? Your whole branding should be based around your art. Yeah. You might love cooking, so you're a marketing cook and everything's based around your cooking, because you're going to talk to that demographic. Guess what? The cooks that ain't on my page don't want to join with Caujuan because they don't resonate with Caujuan. They resonate with the other cook. You might be a stay-at-home mother. I guarantee you a stay-at-home mother resonates with another stay-at-home mother before they resonate with me. Guaranteed. That's a fact. You might be a cancer survivor, and use that. You might have a disability, and you're giving other people with disabilities hope, and you're giving other people with disabilities a motivation. Because guess what? They don't resonate with me because Caujuan don't have a disability. So since Caujuan don't have a disability, I don't resonate with them as much, and they think I can't really do what Caujuan does. See, because Caujuan got everything going for himself. Then all of a sudden, boom, they see someone else that doesn't have it all going for themselves. They see someone else that does have a disability, and they do have a learning challenge. And all of a sudden, that person's making it happen. That person's getting sales. That person's successful. You don't think that person's going to be a motivation to someone else in that same position?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So capitalize off it. Don't be something that you're not. See, the worst thing to do would be to be that person, but instead of tapping into that, you try to be me. You try to be Caujuan. You put on a hat, you put on the glasses, you put on some whatever, and you try to be me. And it's like, okay, yeah, but that's not you. And people can see through that, and they'll know that you're not being genuine. And all of a sudden, you won't get no one to take you serious. You won't get nobody to follow you. You won't get nobody to join you. These are the reasons more so than anything else. Be genuine, be a real person, and resonate with the people that resonate with you. Everybody, God did one thing, and that's made it so that we all are sociable with somebody, and we all have a mate. We all have, no matter what it is, you can look funny, be small, be tall, be fat, be short. It doesn't matter. You'll always be able to find a friend. Eventually be able to find a mate. You'll always be able to find a like-minded person that you vibe with. So business is the same way. It's like-minded individuals that vibe together.
You're absolutely right on that one, sir. 100%, just for a fact that I've had people, I've had friends that's on my friends list that I've talked to about royalty, for instance, that signed up with you. And I've had people call me, say, hey, I saw your YouTube video. And I saw some other guy, Caujuan, and literally told me this. Do you know him? I was like, yeah, I know him. And they said, okay, well, I want to sign up with you. I'm like, because they resonate with me. So just something about you. I just like. I was like, okay, cool. And that it's just so funny how that works. It's like, what the heck? Like, we can be doing the same thing, but some people will just.
Man, I'm such a real person, so I'll tell y'all the truth. This is the first time it happened to me today too. I got put 1,077 people into this business already. Okay, and still with me putting that many people in, it's the first time that this has happened to me. But it was funny. I had to laugh. But a person called me today or yesterday. It's Caujuan. How you doing? Blah 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 blah. I said, do you mind if I go to such and such team, because he's been helping me out. He's part of the elite too. He said he's been helping me out. He's been such a great help. And I was like, I was up a little bit offended. I was like, dang, this never happened to me. So I was like, well, what is this person doing that I ain't doing? Because I know I'm super hands on. So I'm like, wait a minute, you want to leave my team? Me? I got the Royaltie Elite. I made this. So I'm like, hold on. So I'm like, okay, what is he doing? Well, he just helps me out. He sent me some videos. I said. He said he made an awesome video. He sent me a video. I said, man, I made that video. That's my girl made the voiceover. I said, you got that video. I got it in your content section. I said, but he just didn't realize. He felt like he said, look, man, I know you're busy, and I feel like when I'm trying to call you, I'm bugging you, basically, and I'm asking you a dumb question that I should already know the answer to, and I'm calling you, and you just don't have time. I said, I never give out that impression. He said, I know, but it's the way I feel. See what I'm saying? You don't know how other people are taking things, you know what I mean? And even with me being super hands-on, and I help you with everything, in his mind, Caujuan don't have time. Caujuan is not going to be hands-on. He's not going to do the same thing that this guy did.
I've had two people do that. Literally tell me the same thing about, like, say, hey, yeah, I want to sign with you. You're still on his team, right? But I want to sign with you because you seem like you're more available. Because he's busy. I'm like, And I was like, hey, I mean, he's there for you. I tell him, like, he'll help you out. But yeah, go ahead. If you want to sign with me, let's go. So no, I mean, you're absolutely right. So people, they take things differently, the perception. So that's what's crazy about that too. Is it's so important. If you guys are just tuning in, we're actually probably going to wrap this up pretty soon. That's going 45 minutes. If you guys tune in, hey, feel free to watch the replay. This is Caujuan Mayo, six-figure earner, giving you some branding and marketing tips. Just picking his brains and see what you can help yourself with to be more successful with building your brand and your business online. Because a lot of people are very scared or wary of doing it because they're afraid that it's going to cost too much money, or they're going to do it wrong, or they'll go pay hundreds of dollars to and keeps on getting upsold to different programs, and then the next thing you know, they're paying $1,000 and $5,000 and for the super amazing package for to take your business to the next level and your branding to the next level. But hey, we're giving this to you for free. Just, I mean, if you really want to be a part of the training, you're more than welcome. Just reach out to us every Monday. But if you want to know all of his blueprints and his secrets and his tips, like I have access to, and many others, over 2,000 people that have access to, hit us up. Let us know. We can get you that too. It's very simple, and it's constantly growing, guys. It's constantly he's constantly helping people, pouring his heart and soul into what he does. That's what he does. We actually pave the path for success. That's my brand is that one. His is Get Money Like a Boss, and that's what we're doing. We're helping people do the same thing, because if what a boss do, Caujuan? Help people. They pay people. Help people make money, right?
Exactly.
Get money like a boss. So
get money like a boss. And a boss can't help you get money. See, it's a double meaning that, because the boss is at the top, you know, and he's always the one leading, and he's always the one that's making a way for others to be able to get money. You know, see, think about it. Without the boss, there'd be no workers. So it ain't just about the boss. You know, it's not to be said in a derogatory way. It's also a double metaphor to the point that, like I said, if it wasn't for that boss, there'd be no workers. And if it wasn't for the workers, then there'd be no new bosses after that, because those workers became workers. They started off workers and then potentially grew to be bosses. So that's what we're trying to build over here. We're trying to build other bosses. We're trying to build other people up, like-minded entrepreneurs and marketers, and build them up as well. That's what the Elite is all about. And if you guys want to, learn more about it, then definitely get with the Paul. You know, he can get you started. He can get you set up. You know, he can give you all the information you need to be a part of Royaltie Elite. Get over 250 hours of training. Learn everything you need to know from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, how to fix your credit, get instantly approved for a $10,000 line of credit, learn about trading, binaries. Like I said, when we say we do income generating activities, that's what we mean. You know, income generating activities, you know, even down to drop shipping, eBay and Amazon. I mean, just anything that we know is going to make money online and you can be successful with, that's what we put in there. And then we also give you the tools to be able to use to succeed as well. So you get unlimited softwares that we provide that's free, all different types of lead magnets that you can give away, things that we have our own PLR store with over 20 different things that you can give away, stuff like Facebook training, YouTube training, Twitter. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And you get access to all this. The Paul can definitely point you in the right direction, and you can be learning the type of stuff that you learned today, you know, but on Monday, every single week, and even be able to ask questions afterwards.
Awesome. We're going to end this with one last question and call it a night. This is from Ted again. It's actually a good question, I believe. You really put yourself out there when it comes to marketing, Caujuan. What's your biggest marketing flop, and what was your biggest win? I had to, man. It was a good one.
Oh, man, it's a good one. All right, so my biggest marketing flop was any unknown Ponzi or anything like that that I got involved with in the past. I would say definitely, because at the end of the day, I'm here to help people, not hurt people, and I don't want to give off the wrong impression. And perception is reality, period. If you perceive me as a scammer, then that's what I am to the world. Even if I know in my heart I'm not. So I would say that'll be the biggest thing, and that's why now I'm very, very cautious about what I put my brand to, my name to, what I jump in. It's been tons of things I saw I could make a ton of money in, and I looked the other way. And it's funny now, I'm not going to name it, but some things you don't even see no more on your timeline. But at the time, it was so hypey and big, and everybody was in it. See, I don't get in those things no more. It's like if it's not a tangible product, something that someone can really learn from, earn from, or profit from, like within a business, then I'm not gonna, promote it or push it. So I would say those are my biggest flops. Was anything that had to do, even if I made money at it, it still was a flop because I was involved with it. So those would be my biggest flops, and my biggest win, Royaltie, hands down, definitely.
Royaltie, okay, excellent. Hey, that's powerful because you got your hands on a lot of stuff. Actually, a lot of business. I won't say stuff because you got your hands on a lot of businesses, and they're successful, and they like. I can name Royaltie is number one, of course. Add those, the newest rocket, Red Rocket, the newest one.
And stuff
I mean, it goes on and on and on. I mean, at one point I was like, "Hey, man, I can't." I remember when I was like first became your mentor. I was like, "I can't beat you. I can't do what you do because you do too much. There's no way in hell." And I remember you telling me, "No, yeah, you can't. Be yourself." Be yourself. And it wasn't like I can't is more of a do what you can until you can get there.
Exactly. The worst thing you can ever do is be looking at the other person, peeking in the other person's window, wishing what you had. It's the worst thing you can do because you're going to be all over the place because everything looks good. You be honest, it'd be almost like going to a bakery saying, "Okay, what looks good?" Are you serious? Everything looks good. So you got to narrow it down and pick something that you like. But if you're just going by what looks good, you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be here. The velvet look good. The cream cake look good. The cheesecake look good. It's so much that look good. Ice cream cake look good. So you got to narrow this down. You know what I mean? So that's what it really comes down to at the end of the day. It's narrowing down, staying laser focused, and then putting blinders on. Yes, it's cool stuff, but guess what? I don't see it right now. Yes, there's good stuff, but guess what? I just don't see it right now. I'm not looking over here. I'm not looking over there. I'm so laser focused on what I'm doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be in everything. See, that's another thing I think that people get misconstrued. They think being a marketer means I need to be in everything at all times. So when this person gets in, I need to jump in. When that person jumps in, I need to jump in, especially if it's a big leader. Oh my God, you see Caujuan just jumped in. I need to jump in. Oh, this other person I look up to jumped in. I need to jump in. And then guess what? You're in so much stuff that you can't do anything. Like you might not realize you might have a regular job that you still got to go to in the morning. You might only have X amount of hours that you have allotted to you for your marketing. Unlike Caujuan, who doesn't have a 9 to 5. This is my 9 to 5. I get up at 5 o'clock and I'm in front of this computer, in front of this whole little workstation all day until my girlfriend finally says, "It's enough," But for the most part, I'm here all day, like 14 hours. Can you give 14 hours? Your 4 hours to my 14 hours is way different.
Mm-hmm.
What can I get done in 14 hours that you can get done in only like maybe 4? So you have to be realistic with that. You say, okay, well, Caujuan's in like 4 or 5 different things, but he got 14 hours. He can push a different thing every 3 hours. I can't even do that. I can push one. So you got to be realistic where you're at, where your marketing is. If not, get some type of automation. Bring the family into it. Why should you be struggling with kids playing Fortnite in the back and they can easily be answering emails for you or, doing social media a lot better than you can even do it yourself? Yeah. Get the family involved. Make it a family affair. Straight up.
You're absolutely about that one. I mean, that's a valuable statement you said right there. Just, and that's more of a leverage thing right there. So that's excellent. So Robert said, "Thank you so much, Paul, for this wonderful interview. Good information as well. Come on. Thank you." We'll wrap up these few comments and stop looking for that shiny object. Eric, yes, that shiny object is horrible. Jennifer, man, I had to check that for a while because I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Man, I couldn't focus on anything." Jennifer, focus on one thing and then focus on another once you're successful. Absolutely, Jennifer. So with that, we're going on an hour. I mean, this is an honor. This has been actually a great interview, a great time talking with you. I can go on and on. Hell, we might have to start doing a blog or something like that, video blog, because this is actually pretty fun. So we might be talking about that pretty soon. But
my girlfriend was talking about the same thing. Like, we might be starting our own little channel doing the same thing. I think
man. So guys, I mean, if you guys tuned in, we're going to end this right now. But if you are tuning in, catch the replay. This was branding and marketing tips from a 6-figure online marketer, Caujuan Mayo. we may be doing more of these in the future. If you guys, especially if you guys got a lot of value from this one. If you want to know more tips and tricks, please contact me or even contact Caujuan. I'm fine with that too. As long as you're being successful and getting the information and the knowledge that you need to be successful. That's what this is about, is helping people be successful to get out of that slump, or to basically help get that extra 300 or be successful with their lives, and to help their family flourish and whatever they want to do. So with that, Caujuan, thank you so much. We do appreciate you for being on and taking the time out of your day. I know how busy you are. Is there anything you want to say before closing?
No, but I just want to say thank you for having me today. It was a blessed and beautiful interview. I hope a lot of people got a lot of value out of it. If you want us to do more of these, like you said, put in the comments. Let us know, and I'll be more than happy to again do it again. I had a great time.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And once again, Quan, thank you so much, guys. Once again, this is Ryan DePaul, Mayo. Ryan DePaul, paving the path for your success. Caujuan Mayo, getting money like a boss. And with that, we're out of here. And you guys have a happy, good weekend. I'm about to go have a birthday dinner and celebrate my 2-year anniversary.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. I'll be talking to you later, Caujuan, and you guys have a blessed one.
Peace.